Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today, I have another unboxing for you. And if you want to know more about KMM & Co or quality leather bags, please don't go away. Let's get to it. Since I have been doing a lot of KMM & Co tote bag unboxing, I thought today I will show you all the KMM bag I have so that you get an idea of what kind of leather they have and the different type of leather thickness and texture from my collection. So this is how the packaging looks like. It doesn't have plastic bag covering the bag. So if it's rainy day or rainy season, you may be more aware of how you could receive your package. Let's open the envelope. I'm sure if you have been here, you know what it is inside. It's a free hang tag when you purchase their tote bags. Now it's time to look at the bag. I have been waiting for this bag for almost 4 weeks now, so hopefully it's good. Let's put the box aside. So what came today is their Italian 10 classic tote. This kind of leather will age and patina once you start using it. And this is not the first Italian leather tote I have from them. Let me show you the other two. So here is the blue one, and then here is the green one. Now I finally completed my Italian leather collection. Let's look at inside of it. It has this beautiful suede color. I noticed that's what happened with their Italian leather. The suede side of the leather is really beautiful. They all have this beautiful suede color on the inside. As usual, has this leather loop. You can hook onto your key or your sunglasses. And then on the other side, you have this slip pocket. It's pretty generous size that you can use it to keep your wallet and stuff. Let's take a closer look of the leather texture. For this Italian 10 leather, I would say it is medium thickness, pretty thick and supple. Even though this is a pebble leather, you can still see a little bit of leather striation go through the leather body. So with vegetable tan leather, usually they use less aggressive treatment and tanning process. So oftentimes you would still see some imperfection and marks on the leather. And with this tote, I also have them added this button closure and also a grommet on each side so that I can hook onto a crossbody strap. In case you haven't seen my previous Italian leather tote unboxing, you can take a look and then compare with this one because this one has darkened quite dramatically. I'll see if I can find a picture or else I'll link it. You can go back to watch that video. From the time I'm unboxing to now, it has become much darker. And some part of the leather looks a little shiny from the patina process. It's really interesting with vegetable tan leather. It's like you buy a bag and then you start to see the changes going on and on. Just keep changing and it's very interesting. So with this blue one side is more evenly pebble and then on the other side is slightly more smooth. So because it has a slightly smoother side, this tote is slightly more structured compared to the other two Italian leather. This one, if I sit it on the ground, it would still kind of sit on its own stand up. And then when you look at this green color one, the pebble texture is very even on this one. But then because of that, it's much softer. Right now, inside I have a bag organizer to keep the shape. As you can see, after taking out the bag organizer, this bag totally just very soft. Just mold into anything that you put on it. But I guess for that reason, you probably can pack this in your suitcase if you want to use it on the trip. It probably will bounce back like normal afterwards. That's my guess. I haven't tried it yet. Maybe I'll try it on my next trip. Since I say I wanted to show you all my KMM bags today, let's start from the first one. So this is the first one I ordered from them. And this is from their scratch and dent seal. When I ordered this one, I was using my cell phone. Because the screen was so small and the picture looked a little bit darker, I didn't realize this one is so red. And red isn't really my color, so after buying this one, I haven't used it at all. But I did add a grommet on the side for the crossbody feature, so maybe I'll use it in the winter with my black coat and all that. So with this first scratch and dent tote I bought, the thickness of the leather is kind of uneven. On the inside, one part is kind of very hairy, it's just weird. I probably need to shave it. And then because this is a scratch and dent, you can definitely see the uneven leather texture and look like some weird crease going on here. So that's the thing with KMM Co. If you buy their scratch and dent, then you have to be aware that you may see something that you don't like on the bag. So if you haven't bought from them before and you plan to buy it for the first time, I definitely recommend you buying it from their premium regular collection, because buying scratch and dent is kind of taking a risk. Because compared to Portland leather goods, when you buy it from their almost perfect collection, oftentimes you just feel like you cannot figure out what's wrong with that bag. But with KMM scratch and dent, you will find imperfection on the bag and you may not like it sometimes. So other than this one, I also bought this navy leather tote from their scratch and dent seal. This one came out a little bit better because it doesn't have so many imperfections, and because this is such a dark blue color, you probably can't tell even if it has some marks or scratches. I really do like this navy color tote because the leather is very thick, very structured. I have nothing inside, but you can tell it's very structured. And then take a closer look. Hopefully you can see a little kind of a dent here on the leather. So that's probably why it was a scratch and dent tote. I did add the snap button on my own, and also the grommet. But the grommet I bought from Amazon is not as good as the one from KMM Co. So if you prefer to have a grommet installed on your tote, I would suggest you just have them do it so that you can have a higher quality hardware and it likely will last a bit longer. For this one from Amazon, you may have to reinstall it if it gets loose or it gets damaged later on. Next, I have this Atlantic Blue mini tote also from their scratch and dent. And for this one, you can see the marks across on the top. So for people who like to see their bag in perfect condition, scratch and dent from KMM Co may not be the bag for you. So if you are interested in their quality leather bag, I would suggest you buy from their regular collection. So for their mini tote, the internal construction is very similar. It's just a loop on one side and then slip pocket on the other side. However, the crossbody feature, they installed the grommet on the inside instead. I added an O-ring to the grommet, but they install it on the inside so that you're not going to see it from the outside. I think many people prefer this method, but somehow they decided to switch it on their classic tote. Hopefully they will switch it back. I'm not sure why they won't do this again. Maybe because the leather thickness, two pieces together, the grommet may not be strong enough to hold it. And then this beige mini tote also from the scratch and dent seal. For this one, I don't see too much problem of it. Other than one side it has a little bit more texture and then another side is smoother. I really don't see too much imperfection on this one. So I would say 1 out of 4, this one probably the best. And then the navy classic tote also pretty good. For this one, I do really like this kind of a cream color. It reminded me of a cappuccino or latte kind of color. It's a very unique neutral tone color. It's great for fall. Since we were talking about mini tote, I thought I would show you this, their crossbody bag. They call it crossbody bag, but it's actually kind of like a giant pouch. It's quite big, can cover my whole face, and it has 2 D-ring on the side. You can remove the crossbody strap, or you can hook on the crossbody strap to use it as a regular crossbody bag. Otherwise, you can remove the strap and use it as a giant pouch to organize your thing. You know, people have been obsessing over Louis Vuitton's toiletry bag that they put on a change, and they have raised the price. Right now I think it's around $1,700, but this one is a fraction of that, and you get full grain real leather, and it's much bigger size. This one is much more versatile and can last much more longer. Because the Louis Vuitton coated canvas, it will crack after a while because it's a coated canvas, basically canvas that coated with plastic material. So if you like this kind of casual shoulder crossbody bag, you can consider this crossbody bag from KMM B Co. It's pretty versatile, and if you don't want to use it as crossbody, you can just use it to organize your stuff when you travel. Now let's move on to a little bit more unique one. This one is their mini tote in, they call it hair on hide. So this is basically the hair on the cow skin when they were alive. Basically the same texture, which is very unique, and it's interesting how they are able to preserve all this hair on this cow hide. And other than the mini one, I also have a classic tote. This one in regular size. I really like this one. I appreciate that they pick a piece of leather that has this kind of more even brown tone texture, like a deep brown to black color. You can see color variation, really beautiful. I really think this is great for fall, which I will start using this now weather start to cool off. I don't think you should use this in summer, probably maybe too warm against your body. So the next one I want to show you is this eucalyptus color. They are discontinuing this color, but I think you may be still able to get it on their website. Maybe you can email them if it's not on their website. They may still have some leftover that they can make some bags for you. I really love this one. The color variation on this one is insane. The pull up, which show you this kind of the texture and the color, and I love that. Not sure if you're able to see on camera. I love that because this is a smooth leather. Once you start using it, it develops the wrinkles, the texture based on how you use it, the weight you put inside the bag. So for long term, this bag going to develop into your very own style of bag. Because of this bag, I feel like I'm obsessed with this kind of smooth leather, especially the smooth leather with interesting pull up. I hope they will bring back this kind of leather or some other color with the same pull up color texture. I really love this one. It's the right thickness and pretty structure, as you can see, but I think it will soften after a while. The next one is quite special. This one, they make the bag using Horween leather from a tannery in Chicago. That tannery has been around for I think 100 years. So this is one of the best leather from KMM Co. I don't know how to describe this leather. It's kind of structured, but it's also supple and soft at the same time. And the thickness is quite thick, but also not too heavy. It's interesting. I love it, and many people love it, but I know that on camera it doesn't stand out as much as some of the unique totes I show you today. But I do truly love this one. And with this one, I decided to go bold with the color combination. I chose the green color. When this tote came, the green color was very vibrant. I was kind of shocked and didn't know how to take it, but after sunning this bag for a few hours for about a week, the green started to darken, and now I like it much better. This one would be so perfect when you go out to enjoy the autumn sceneries. The last one I wanted to show you is this vegetable tan leather tote. This one also is their classy tote. So with this vegetable tan tote, when it came, the bag doesn't have any dye on it, so it was much lighter color. If you look at my unboxing video for this tote, it looks quite different. But now, after I use it for a period of time and having it under the sun for hours, it starts to darken. and develop this beautiful brown tone caramel color. I think in a year or two it will darken even more. Eventually it probably will turn into this kind of color, maybe slightly darker. So I'm so looking forward to use it and see how it develop and patina. So after going through all my KMM Co totes, I want to share some pro and con about this company and the bag they made. When I prepared this video and put together all the totes, I was surprised how many tote bags I bought from them. The reason I bought so many is because their classic tote is kind of an unexpected summer tote that I have used the most. The bag itself is kind of in the perfect size. If you want to carry more than just your wallet and keys, this one can fit quite a bit. And with the crossbody feature, it's really convenient. If you don't want to use the crossbody feature, you can put away the straps and then just use the shoulder strap. So let's talk about the good things about their bags. With KMM Co, they frequently refresh their color collection and frequently put out interesting leather like this vegetable tan leather, the Horween leather, the hair on hide leather. So with KMM Co, you are able to get interesting color, interesting leather texture. You're not limited to just brown tone color. So it's a fun way to shop, to buy bags if you love to collect bags in different colors, especially with good quality leather. Other than their leather, I also love their customer service. If you email them, they seem to get back to you pretty fast, unless it's a busy season. Otherwise, they usually get back to you pretty fast. And I have mentioned it in my previous video. With the free bag tag, usually people request their name or any wording to put on the tag, but I like my tag in blank, and when they notice it, they would email me, ask me was it a mistake that I left it blank. I told them that's how I like it and appreciate they pay attention at the details. Also, another good thing about KMM Co, you can request to have this shoulder strap longer or shorter, and also you can request to add the snap button, the grommet, and then also change the color of this shoulder strap. For example, with this Horween leather tote, I requested to use this kind of a very bold color combination with this green color. So it's fun. With KMM Co, you can have some fun combining colors that you may never see from other companies. Also, with the customization options, they don't charge as much as other companies. If you just want to change the color of the shoulder strap, they don't charge extra for that, but they do charge extra for the snap button and the grommet. I think that's very reasonable. Now, let's talk about the negative side of this company. I don't have too much negative to say about them, to be honest. Other than if you decided to buy scratch and dent tote, you may see more flaws like scratches or scuff, all that. So if you're buying their bag for the first time, I would say don't buy scratch and dent, just buy their regular tote. You will be more happy with the result. And then the second one, I'm not sure you can consider it as a negative because I think it's understandable, but it does take them a lot longer to deliver your bag. Usually after you order the bag, it takes about 2 to 3 weeks. It takes about 3 weeks before you see the tracking information. So by the time you receive the bag, it will be at least 3 to 4 weeks. So it's a long time for us who get used to Amazon Prime 2-day shipping, same-day shipping. So 3 to 4 weeks can feel forever, but I can understand because they are smaller workshop compared to big companies. It does take time for them to handmade all this bag for us. I do appreciate they pay attention on the details and taking time to make all this beautiful tote bag for us. Before I end this video, I want to share with you the crossbody strap I found on Amazon lately. The hardware looks like antique brass, but I'm not sure it's a real metal, but it does look really good compared to some flimsy hardware. This one looks pretty good and it works well with the bag from KMM Co. So if you are interested to get a crossbody strap with thicker strap that's more comfortable for your shoulder, you can consider check out this Amazon crossbody bag strap. I really love it and it's likely I will get more. Thanks for joining me today for this unboxing and a longer video to show you all my KMM Co bags. If you watch till the end, I really appreciate that. And also, if you haven't subscribed, I appreciate if you would consider subscribe to my channel, and hopefully I can share more bags and shopping stuff with you. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.